In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful, peace be upon you all. I'm very happy to greet you while you are in Mariapolis. The first time with my family we attended Mariapolis was in 90s in Lake District. We were the only Muslim family with about, I think, 700 of our Christian brothers and sisters. We really enjoyed that Mariapolis. Then we tried to take part in other Mariapolis events in the UK. But then in 1999, we stayed for a few nights in Lopiano, which is a permanent Mariapolis. And I always try to go back to Lopiano. I don't know, maybe so far tens of times I have been to Lopiano. And then I had opportunity or tried to create opportunities to visit other Mariapolis places. So I have been many times to Mariapolis Foco in Monte. Unfortunately, it's now closing down, but every year I was taking a group there, and we went as a group 4 times to Mariapolis Foco. We met Palmyra when she was alive. I have been few times to Mariapolis Piero in Kenya, and I have taken 4 groups or sent 4 groups. Some of them I have been there, some of them I have just sent our clerics, seminarians there every year. Now it's a tradition that we send about 10 to 12, 13 of seminarians to Nairobi, to Tangazo University for 3 courses on Islam and Christianity, and then a few days in Mariapolis Piero. I have been to, of course, the Center for Unity in Welling Garden, Many City. I've been to Mariapolis Ginetta in Sao Paulo, Mariapolis Leo in Argentina, and also I've sent some of our people to Mariapolis in New York, near New York, Luminosa. So some people ask me why you visit so many times these Mariapolis centers, and what do you find in them? So I briefly answered. I said, if you have an artist that you really love and you have a piece of that artist at your home, for example a painting, you will never be bored or tired of looking at that picture, and every time you go and maybe you can find even new things. And then you hear that there is another piece by the same artist in another place. You don't say, okay, one is enough for me. No, you would try to visit that as well. And you fall in love with that as well. Then you hear it's in another country, another piece, you want to go there. So, my idea is this. My artist is God. Unity is the work of God, and it's an art. Without paying attention to all the subtleties and without being inspired, you cannot do any arts. Unity needs arts. So wherever I see there are people who, despite differences, different background, different, I don't know, ethnicities, etc., are able to live together with unity, I say this is a piece of God's work. If it is in the UK, I love to visit. If it is in Kenya, if it is in Switzerland, if it is in Brazil, if it is in Argentina, if it's in the US, everywhere. And I don't get tired. I want to go again and again. And I want to take also people with me to witness together, to show them what my beloved artist is doing. Any place where unity is present, God is more present. And it is in our relations that we can make God more present than just in our personal prayers or personal acts of charity. So I pray that your Mariapolis this year will go very well. And I pray that God preserves and grows all the permanent Mariapolis centers that are there in the world. And I wish a day comes that in every country, at least we have one permanent Mariapolis. There is so much difference between permanent Mariapolis and a temporary Mariapolis. A temporary Mariapolis is like you have a place that for a few days you bring lots of flowers, lots of trees from different even climates as exhibition. It's possible for a few days to keep them together, and it makes very, magnificent environment. Everyone wants to visit this, but this may not be able to last for long because they are temporarily brought together. But sometimes you make a botanic garden. You prepare the environment, even you prepare which type of these plants and flowers to bring so that they can help each other, they can live together, and they can survive. A temporary Mariapolis is where people come from different cities, different backgrounds, but all sharing love for God, love for each other, and for a few days they can stay together and enjoy. A permanent Mariapolis is that the people that have grown so much together that for the sake of love for God, they can live together forever. Sometimes, people who are in temporary Mariapolis, maybe if they stay for a month, some problems may appear. Maybe if they stay 2 months, they get tired of each other. But if they have reached a point that they have been members of permanent Mariapolis, that's the beauty of God's work. That's the masterpiece of God. May God be always with you. Thank you.